Yeah, I think it's time we need to flip some tables. Overthrow this country, we are able. I follow the real Jesus, I don't care about your fables. If we need to turn from sin, then why's it being cradled? And if perhaps you turn to him, that's why you're being labeled as extreme. We the cream of the crop, call us the remnant. Yeah, we the type of Christians that are purged, start with the Senate. All these elites started beef, but Jesus gonna end it. God's people want relief, and there's only one way to cleanse it. But Tyson, we need to be nice, thought you were Christian. As they taking all your rights, just stand by and I'll be different. Jesus coming back, and trust me, he ain't gonna be playful. Until I hear the trumpet blow, I'm flipping over tables. I am in the mood to flip some tables. People think I'm rude, don't give a hoot about your labels. Jesus got the whips, I think our country needs the cables. Get on the front line, you know I'm down to flip some tables. I am in the mood to flip some tables. People think I'm rude, don't give a hoot about your labels. Jesus got the whips, I think our country needs the cables. Get on the front line, you know I'm down to flip some tables. Flip it upside down. Devil, you could never crush my crown. This holy dirt you're trying to step on, you can't touch my ground. I eat your lunch, you try to touch me, I'ma punch that down. I'm too rowdy, I say it loudly, you can't hush my sound. Let's get the whips. A lot of these pastors are just pimps. The hearts are far away, but they honor me with the lips. They do it for the money, they do it for the chips. But I don't think it's funny, where's the table I could flip? I'll never calm down, miss me with that fake love, it's on now. This that righteous anger on a banger, I will not bow. He gon' toss the devil in the furnace, that's a Grand Lake. Jesus coming back and he gon' flip y'all like a pancake. I am in the mood to flip some tables. People think I'm rude, don't give a hoot about your labels. Jesus got the whips, I think our country needs the cables. Get on the front line, you know I'm down to flip some tables. I am in the mood to flip some tables. People think I'm rude, don't give a hoot about your labels. Jesus got the whips, I think our country needs the cables. Get on the front line, you know I'm down to flip some tables.
In this spiritual, fifth-generation war, the biggest weapon we wield is truth. This is the No Prisoners Podcast with your host, 451 Actual.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, my friends. Let me bring Laura in here. There we go. Good morning, my friends. It's your boy, 451 Actual. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning. It is Fun Friend Friday. I am so excited to see all you guys hopping into the chat. We got plenty of news to go over today. We're also going to be watching a video today on the possibility that the Fed may be absolutely bankrupt. All the receipts that are going to be coming with that. So going to be an interesting few months ahead of us, friends. Again, as we make our way towards election time, man. We are just 31 days, just a month and a day away from election time. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, I cannot believe that this year has gone by this fast. I mean, I guess it's just the fact that anything and everything that you thought, well, even the things that you didn't think would happen, have happened in multitudes this year. So, I mean, here we are, October 4th, 2024, guys. Good morning to you. So good to see you. Let's go ahead and say good morning to everybody we got in the chat. We got Laura, Y412. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. White Wings, 1776 in the house. Said, you done with MPP? Yeah, you know me. Shoot, you already know. We got Laura the Goddess here in the studio. Good to see you in chat as well. We got Brad Allen Music saying that Anger Bang's got a new release today. So as soon as he's got that uploaded, we're going to listen to it.
Let's rock.
I love me some new Anger Bang. I love Anger Bang. I love Brad Allen Music. Absolutely love hearing those new tracks. So keep them coming. Let's see. We got G-Man in the house. Good morning to you, friend. Good to see you. Poonslayer checking in. Mr. Tizo, what's up? Good to see you. Brad Allen coming in with a can and said, let's start the day off right. Hit that jackass. Here it comes. Come on in, buddy.
Come on, man.
The gray man who was in studio but had to take a phone call and will be back said, let's flip the effing tables. I am so down with that. And, you know, this hurricane and the lack of reaction, and then, you know, the revelation, which we already knew, but to the normie that FEMA doesn't have any money because they spent it on illegals. Ooh, man. That's going to be a big one to get the table flipping started. I'm so ready for it, too, by the way. Teutonic Salt, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And I think that's it for now. Let's check out down here. D-Hext, hello. Yes, he said, please hit the red pill or the blue pill. If you don't like it, that's fine, too. And the repost button. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much, D-Hex. Good to see you this morning. I do have an update on Kevin. He did tell me yesterday that he is back home. So done with some treatment for now and back home and resting. So we'll keep Kevin in our prayers as we keep on marching forward. He's probably in the background lurking per the usual. So if you guys got some kind words you want to say to our brother Kevin, then you just do that right there in the chat. He would greatly appreciate it. Don Ritchie, good morning to you. And then Old Salty Dog coming in with his ship said, Fun Friend Friday. Let's go. I got some dog videos to start us off. I got some dog videos.
Some that didn't get eaten.
Yeah, some that didn't get eaten. Old Salty Dog. We got some dog videos this morning. You're gonna love them. Lulu and Love, good morning to you as well. Good to see everybody. DX said he's clarifying. Hit the red pill. I don't care. You want to hit the blue pill? I've seen the last couple of shows we've had a serial blue pillar, and I haven't actually gone back to check. Although I do like that feature on Pilled. Most of the time, like 99% of the time. It's somebody that fat fingered it. But you know what? If you don't like the No Prisoners podcast, I don't hold anything against you. It's not everybody's cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is that you drink early in the morning. But it is our cup of tea. And so we getting ready to get into it. How are you doing, Laura? How was your show last night?
I'm actually still a little bit riled up. I actually covered a lot of the bullshit that's going on up in Northeast United States right now, with them all leaving these people to just perish up there. It still blows my mind the way that what happened in the first place. Mountain towns being flooded. Just that doesn't make any freaking sense to me. So yeah, I'm a little pissed today because I'm watching my brothers and sisters die at the hands of our useless government. But other than that, I'm fantastic. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm hoping that I spread enough word last night. Everybody was sharing links to donate. Do not donate to Red Cross. Do not donate to anything governmental.
Nope.
Because they're just hanging on to the money. They're not helping these people.
That's right.
And one thing that really blows my mind is that the bureaucrats now are keeping people from helping other people. That is bullshit. So you can see how riled up I am about this, but don't forget, I'm a Katrina survivor. And this is way worse, in my opinion.
Way worse.
The difference I'm seeing here was that the local government in New Orleans at the time, somehow, for some reason, just absolutely did not want the feds around. But then they turned it around and blamed it on Bush. He basically set emergency funds aside like 3 or 4 days beforehand. Okay, because they knew, I mean, there wasn't any question Katrina was going to hit us. You know, there was no question about that or anything. So he tried to get everything taken care of beforehand. But our female governor, I forgot her name. She's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Nah, she wouldn't even take his phone calls. And then, of course, the mayor and his chocolate city. I noticed he's in jail now. But yeah, this is way, way worse. And the thing that pissed me off the most, what I found out last night, is that they're just going to bulldoze this one city, bodies and all. They're not even going to. They're not even going to try and find these people's loved ones. There's no closure for these people. But I mentioned last night, oh well, we got away with it during COVID, so they won't mind this time.
Exactly. That's exactly it too. That's how they feel. Like, oh, you know what? They ain't overthrown us yet. I guess we can just keep on getting away with it.
Thank you, Dehext. I blame all of our audience and everything, because without you, I wouldn't have been able to continue to speak and improve. And of course, your prayers, I'm sure, have something to do with it. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right. And I'm very happy. I'm singing much better. In fact, we had a gospel sing. We're starting to do the gospel sing on Tuesdays again, first Tuesdays, but we're doing it at church now. And I had somebody from another church try and recruit me to come and sing for them. It's like, thank you, Jesus. You're giving me back my talent. I couldn't be more grateful.
That's good. That's good. That's awesome.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Just doing the homesteading thing still. I got a problem on my hands because these cucumber plants are about to be at 6 feet tall, and I don't have any way to allow them to continue climbing. So we're just gonna kind of see what happens. But and then the other problem is that I've got to I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these cucumbers. I'm gonna have so many pickles pickled on hand that I may be surviving the entire tribulation with just pickles, guys. I mean, there is a plethora of cucumbers out on the vine.
I can think of worse problems to have, I love pickles. In fact, they're I think they were developed for survival reasons. So you're doing good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I my goal is to actually and I kind of floated this as like a funny idea at my Bible study, like a small group that I do with my church. And I kind of floated the idea just being funny. I was like, how awesome would it be if we set aside some of this new building space because they want to expand. I said, how awesome would it be if we just put a nice climate controlled building and you guys just, let me build a sweet, awesome aquaponic system back there. We could help feed the community with it, with fresh vegetables. And then they're all actually looking at me because they love to keep track of, the whole aquaponics setup. Everybody that I talk to about it here is just like, wow, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So they are actually kind of interested. So we're gonna see if we can make something happen. Do a little community garden there at the church with the aquaponics and supply fish and vegetables to people in need. So it
sounds almost like something that they used to present to us on for the future from Disney or Epcot Center, right, or whatever like that. So kudos and keep going, man. It sounds like you're on the right track. Wish I lived closer.
Right? I mean, you live close enough. If SHTF, we could come down there and get you. We're gonna have plenty of people at the compound. We're just decided, like, if it really goes downhill, we're just gonna capture the entire Army Corps of Engineers lake behind the house here, and we're just gonna live that way. We'll have the whole thing.
Can we move my 2.5 acres too? I mean, you want to
sure, bring everything. Yeah, bring some trucks down, we'll break everything down and rebuild it. Sounds like fun. All right, let me see here. All right, we're caught up on that. Let's go ahead and get into some of these videos to open us up, guys. Again, if you want to hop in to the restream, I'm going to drop that link for you one more time in chat. If you guys want to hop in, say hello and hang out, don't be shy. Come on in. We're going to have some fun. I know Tweak said he's going to try to wake up early enough to come in and hang out. So if he gets here, that's awesome. If not, oh well. But you guys just go ahead and hop in if you want to hang out, and we'd love to have you right here in studio. Okay, so this kind of blew my mind. This guy was playing some Vivaldi Summer, and this little girl shows up with a violin and asks to play along. Check this out.
She's great.
Hey, I think she wants to play with you.
She wants to play Vivaldi? You sure? It's very difficult. You can do it?
Yes.
Okay, let's try.
A few moments later.
Ready?
Nice. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right.
Yeah, that's the
keep
kind of
going.
thing 10-year-olds should be doing instead of learning how to
Right?
suck dick.
Oh, goodness. All right. Craziest commercial placement of all time. I don't know. You guys tell me.
You gotta be kidding me. Whoa. Stop it, for God's sake, stop it.
This no rules match will continue through the break-in picture.
When you order Domino's carry-out, get 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 each and choose Domino's.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anything for attention these days, I'll tell you what. Did that really happen, though? I don't watch the
Yes.
wrestling.
I don't know. I don't know. I
I'm gonna
never
have-
saw that.
I'm going to have to
uh,
ask my granddaughter. She loves wrestling.
Oh, man. That's pretty funny. All right. Here's a, well,
At least
Just
you know
about
what the
that
commercial about.
yeah, exactly. Right. Anyway, here you go, guys. Here's how not to load something into a truck. Check it out.
It's hot out there, it's hot. It's hot out there, it's hot. It's hot out there, it's hot.
Wow. So I'm like thinking to myself, right? Like you're trying to load this up onto the truck, correct? But
Sideways?
you've got your tonneau cover on. You've got the tonneau cover on. Like, why would you? Anyway, I don't know. That was not going to end well, no matter what.
We have to make
Oh,
up a
goodness.
song for morons, I swear.
I'm telling you. All right. Well, here you go. Here's some cuteness, freshness for you. Puppies meeting kittens for the first time to some intense music. Here you go.
Everybody,
I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Aww.
Oh, exactly.
we're on a classical music trip today. I like it.
That's right. That's right. This is Miles. He was asked what he was doing and explained very clearly 13 out of 10 rating on this dog. Here you go.
Miles, what are you doing?
Eh,
Oh, man. That'd be something my dog would do. 100%. Oh, what am I doing, you ask? This? No big deal. Oh,
Have you
goodness.
seen the cat one where the lady says, "Oh, gee, I guess we're gonna have to sell your feet pictures," and then immediately the cat goes, "Me," sticks his
No,
foot in the
not.
camera.
No, I have not seen that. That sounds funny though. Let's see. What we got here?
Boys.
Feisty says, too bad Brownie eats animals. Not anymore. She had a significant emotional event and hasn't eaten any animals since. So there you go. All right, here we go. Speaking of significant emotional events, check this out. Oops.
Oh my God! Wow! I hope you didn't break your
Damn nature, you scary.
Wow! Oh no, dude, you gotta be nicer.
Go.
You did that. You did that.
Sometimes, though, to be honest with you, with like how rude the birds are in my yard, like I kind of wish the goats every once in a while would run up and just give them a little schwack like this, you know? Like, oh, you want to eat all the food? I don't think so.
Oh my God! Wow!
Oh man! So
and he looks
good.
up like he looks up at her
You
like,
want some?
yeah, I did it. Fuck you, I did it.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Oh man!
That's why I say,
All right.
damn nature, you scary.
I know, right? Speaking of scary, apparently the lady on the left side of the screen here I couldn't tell if she was having a good time or not in this, but here you go. Check this out. And she's gone. Smiling though. Not again. Oh my God.
Kept waking up to that. That's weird.
Wake up to scream and then just pass right out.
Her friend's like, ah.
Just died laughing, I know.
Wow, she needs to stay off rides.
Dude, I'm telling you. Now, Edge comes back just in time to get off the ride.
Brain keeps overloading. Wow.
Pretty funny. All right, speaking of brain overload, I did not know how this was happening until the very end to see if you guys can figure it out before it's over. Check this out.
Wait.
That looks so scary.
That's a
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Right? That was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. G-Man got it. Got his hands on the floor.
Got
Yep.
you walk on
Yes,
all
indeed.
fours. Yep.
There you
I've
go.
seen that before. I'm surprised I have it on here. I guess with a good dress and all that, because I've seen it where one guy, it looks like two sets of feet are dancing, and then they pull out on him, and he's all bent over, and his feet are in one pair of shoes, his hands are in the other. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
So the costume made it look even better. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty awesome. I thought the part where he like pulled his hands out of the boots and like swung her around, that was a really cool thing to do right there. Boop. And then right back into him again. Very clever. Very clever. All right. Speaking of clever, this I actually heard this story on Air One, which is one of the few Christian radio stations out there on the radio, and I said I have to find this story and talk about it on the show for Fun Friend Friday, and here we are. This goat hopped into a Newfoundland marathon and won a medal. Joshua the goat has become a star, says Mayor Darren Bent. All right, here we go. Marathon runners, made their way through winding forest pathways and residential roads on Newfoundland's east coast on Sunday. They were joined by a four-legged competitor who has since become a sensation, says one mayor. The town of Conception Bay South, hosted its first to railway trek half marathon on Sunday. When its 250 runners passed a local business called Taylor's Pumpkin Patch, Mayor Darren Bent said a new contestant spontaneously joined the race. We have a resident goat, Mr. Joshua. And when the runners went past the pumpkin patch, the goat decided, well, I'm not staying here. I'm joining them. Joshua ran alongside runners for approximately 4 kilometers before his owners caught up with him. His owners walked the last half kilometer with him to get him over the finish line. We very quickly put a medal around his neck, and he became quite the star. Most people who actually ran the half marathon wanted their picture with Joshua at the finish line. So, I mean, pretty much at this point, right? Like, if it's your first one and you're trying to do this annually, Joshua or Joshua's bloodline have to be in every one for the rest of time, right? Like, you have to have Joshua there to take pictures and to run the marathon with everybody. I think that's hilarious. He recalled he was okay, here we go. Let's see. He recalled he was waiting at the finish line at Topsail Beach when news spread that a goat was running alongside participants. We didn't know what quite to make of it. We just heard there was a goat running along the trail, he said. There he is. There's Joshua killing it. Look at him. Joshua's owner, Jeremy Taylor, told CBC News he learned of his goat's aspiration for long distance running through social media. He decided to break his collar, which he had on for years, and join the runners. He was after going about 2 kilometers. He was stopped around the water station. He's used to large groups of people and really gets involved. And when he's seen the crowd running, he decided to join in, not knowing this is one of the longest runs he's ever had. Joshua quickly became the highlight of the race, with his photos being shared hundreds of times on social media. Taylor said he heard from runners who decided to keep pace with Joshua, speeding up and slowing down as the goat tried and found another gear. Everybody is talking about it. It's putting a smile on lots of faces, says Bent. There he is again. The half marathon itself was more a year in the making, and Conception Bay South's mayor says Joshua added something special to it. To have Joshua join in, become kind of a mascot star of the event, is something we didn't expect. And we're just delighted that the GOAT, an acronym that stands for greatest of all time, of the race is actually a goat. Ben says he hopes Joshua will join next year's marathon, not as a runner, but to hang out at the finish line. And Joshua's celebrity tour isn't over just yet. He'll be dropping the puck at the CBS Renegades hockey game next week.
What? No pronouns?
Oh, man. You listen. Yeah, nobody gets a medal, only Joshua. That's right. That's amazing, dude. Look at him. And I've already been out there training Mojo Jojo, my pygmy ram, my pygmy goat ram to run. So we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him up there into Canada, in the Newfoundland, and he's gonna show Joshua how it's done, even with his short little legs. Mojo Jojo, guys. That's the goat of the year right there.
Hey, Tom.
All right. Yes, we got Tom from America Floats in the house. Good to see you. What time is it? 9:30. Oh my gosh, today's
the only person I still
show.
recognize on Salty's show.
Right?
He calls him out.
Let's see. Yes, Tom, thank you so much for being here. Let's see who else we got. Mad Hat 1, good to see you as well. White Wing 1776, good morning. Let's see. Chops ITMC, good morning to you. Good to see you. And I think we are caught up. I think we're caught up on everybody. Okay. Now, Brad Allen, like I said, let me know that Anger Bang has a new song. So as we are making our way into the actual news of the day here, guys, again, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to slap that red pill in the repost button. Let everybody know that we are here doing this. And if you want to hop in, I'm going to drop this link again for you right there in chat if you want to hop in and shoot the breeze with us as we go through today's news. Okay, so this one is called Sexcapades by Anger Bang, released just 23 minutes ago. We're going to be airing it here on the No Prisoners podcast. Awesome to have some new music from Anger Bang. Let's take a listen.
I'm Dr. Sanchez. You're a woman.
Yes, I hope that's not a problem.
Not at all.
Sexcapades is the prime time remedy. Tice 1, Jive Slow, B Plan and Kevin B. Activating G-spots, causing codependency. Hands around your throat, yo, choking neck so beautifully.
B Plan, dropping flows, dance on tippy toes. This ain't no ballet, but I pick up pose and spin them on my nose. That's how she goes every day and night. That's just how I ride. I don't think they mind. They get theirs, well, I'm getting mine. I love a dime, but I hear a quarters where it's really that matter of fact. Baby, you got back in PHAT fat in this sack. You get split in half, I'm not like other guys. I hear the average is like 5, I'm almost 7, ain't no lie.
I'm so dope, fuck the scouts rope. Girl, I'll show you naughty. I know knots, I'll tie you up, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody. When I go off, I go berserk. Circumcised, sawed off shoddy. Squeeze my trigger, baby. Got me hotter than a hot toddy. My crew is motley, mostly ugly, but we still exist. Blow our load, stick around, poot down like Nicky Six. What to do now? How they gonna get their fix? They call me Jesus, cause I'm hung just like a crucifix.
Sexcapades is the prime time remedy. Tice 1, Jive Slow, B Plan and Kevin B. Activating G-spots, causing codependency. Hands around your throat, yo, choking neck so beautifully. Sexcapades is the prime time remedy. Tice 1, Jive Slow, B Plan and Kevin B. Activating G-spots, causing codependency. Hands around your throat, yo, choking neck so beautifully.
Wrap her legs around my head, Clydesdale thoroughbred. Breaking arms, breaking backs, breaking beds with swollen head. Turtle waxing ass in stacks, moon will shadow earth eclipse. Tax them till they straight collapse, send them into the abyss. Light a spliff and jump the cliff, my consciousness is hieroglyph. Now stand up stiff and take a whiff. This panty raid comes from an emblem. Pussy soaked like marinade, then dig it out like excavate. I walk it off like a parade when exercising Sexcapade.
I got a date every night, I'm popping shots with my howitzer while you're home alone, forgotten, just like Kevin McAllister. Call me Johnny Rotten, Sex Pistol. I got the accuracy, headshot. Too drunk to fuck another dead Kennedy.
Do I love them? Do I love them not? I don't give a fuck. They can talk the talk, walk the walk, but I'll come out on top. Can't front, bitch. Change your life real quick in a minute. How you like your eggs all scrambled in before breakfast?
Sexcapades is the prime time remedy. Tice 1, Jive Slow, B Plan and Kevin B. Activating G-spots, causing codependency. Hands around your throat, yo, choking neck so beautifully. Sexcapades is the prime time remedy. Tice 1, Jive Slow, B Plan and Kevin B. Activating G-spots, causing codependency. Hands around your throat, yo, choking neck so beautifully.
Dateline. Nice to meet you. On a date. I'll do my thing. Hi, I'm Dateline. Nice to meet me.
Yeah. Would you look at that? Nice one, Brad Allen. Good
Whoop,
job,
whoop.
Anger Bang. Thanks for the new music, guys. Really appreciate
Who
that.
sang with you? That wasn't all you.
No, it was that's the entire Anger Bang crew. It's
Okay.
Tice one, and he's got a couple other folks in there with him.
One of them sounded like Tyrone.
Right?
Red Dawn Radio.
Yep. No, I don't think Red Dawn Radio is in that one. He said it's a few years old, so probably not.
Oh, right.
Let me see. Salty in San Diego. Good to see you, friend. Thank you for hopping in. America Floats coming in with a phone, said, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Well, yeah. Let's go.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Always. All right. Okay, we're going to get started on the news, guys. No, not a real particular order on this one today, but just some general stuff that's kind of going on. We'll talk about it. Real focus today is going to be talking about some more of the response or lack thereof in North Carolina and Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. We're also going to be taking a look at tropical tidbits as there could be another rainmaker heading towards Florida and possibly the Northeast over the next few days. So we'll take a look at that, but we're going to make our way through some of these first. And if you guys are on the other platforms, just be aware again, here in the next 20 minutes, we're going to be going Pilled exclusive. So if you guys want to hang out for the rest of the show, please join us over here on pilled.net. Make yourself an account. And we will see you over here when we go Pilled exclusive. All right, here we go. Wolves in MAGA hats. Assange details CIA's war against him in his first remarks since gaining freedom. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange this week traveled to Strasbourg, France for his first ever public remarks since gaining his freedom in June. After his many years-long ordeal in the Ecuadorian embassy and then Belmarsh prison in London. His speech was given Tuesday before the Legal Affairs and Human Rights Committee at the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. The Assembly subsequently issued a formal resolution recognizing Assange as a political prisoner and highlighted the chilling effect on journalism worldwide that his case caused. Let's not talk about Seth Rich or anything, huh? The U.S. government spent years pursuing his extradition, and at one point, there were even alleged assassination plans hatched by U.S. operatives. No, the U.S. government wouldn't do that. Among the more interesting and illuminating parts of his speech included a detailed retelling of how the CIA waged war against him personally, especially under the Trump administration, given that Trump appointed two wolves in MAGA hats, Mike Pompeo, a Kansas congressman and former arms executive, as CIA director, and William Barr, a former CIA officer. Hey, we got Tom in here. Let me bring him in. Hold on. Boop. And Shazamo. There we go.
Hey,
what's up, Tom? Good to have you, bud.
What's up? Long time no see, dude.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Yep.
Yes, we got you loud and clear. Good to hear you.
Love it.
All right, here we go. As former U.S. Attorney General, Assange further talked about how the CIA has infiltrated European governments and institutions via sophisticated software, later exposed by WikiLeaks, and how this unleashed further government retribution against him and whistleblowers. All right, let's see what old Assange had to say in this one. Here we go.
Mr. Chairman, esteemed members of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, ladies and gentlemen. The transition from years of confinement in a maximum security prison to being here before the representatives of 46 nations and 700 million people is a profound and a surreal shift. The experience of isolation for years in a small cell is difficult to convey. It strips away one's sense of self, leaving only the raw essence of existence. I am yet not fully equipped to speak about what I have endured, the relentless struggle to stay alive, both physically and mentally, nor can I speak yet about the deaths by hanging, murder, and medical neglect of my fellow prisoners. I apologize in advance if my words falter or if my presentation lacks the polish you might expect from such a distinguished forum. Isolation has taken its toll, which I am trying to unwind, and expressing myself in this setting is a challenge. However, the gravity of this occasion and the weight of the issues at hand compel me to set aside my reservations and speak to you directly. I have traveled a long way, literally and figuratively, to be before you today. Before our discussion or answering any questions you might have, I wish to thank FeistyAce for its 2020 resolution, which stated that my imprisonment set a dangerous precedent for journalists.
We're going to go 1 1/4 on Julian here.
On torture called for my release. I'm also grateful for FeistyAce's 2021 statement, expressing concern over credible reports that US officials discussed my assassination, again calling for my prompt release. And I commend the Legal Affairs and Human Rights Committee for commissioning a renowned rapporteur, Suna Iversdottir, to investigate the circumstances surrounding my detention and conviction and the consequent implications for human rights. However, like so many of the efforts made in my case, whether they were from parliamentarians, presidents, prime ministers, the Pope, UN officials and diplomats, unions, legal and medical professionals, academics, activists, or citizens, none of them should have been necessary. None of the statements, resolutions, reports, films, articles, events, fundraisers, protests, and letters over the last 14 years should have been necessary. But all of them were necessary because without them, I never would have seen the light of day. This unprecedented global effort was needed because the legal protections that did exist, many existed only on paper, were not effective in any remotely reasonable time. I eventually chose freedom over unrealizable justice after being detained for years and facing a 175-year sentence with no effective remedy. Justice, for me, is now precluded as the US government insisted in writing into its plea agreement that I cannot file a case at the European Court of Human Rights or even a Freedom of Information Act request over what it did to me as a result of its extradition request.
Oh, that's crap.
I want to be totally clear. I am not free today because the system worked. I am free today after years of incarceration because I pled guilty to journalism. I pled guilty to seeking information from a source. I pled guilty to obtaining information from a source. And I pled guilty to informing the public.
This is about 20 minutes long. We're not going to hit the 20-minute mark because I've got it at 1 1/4. But if you guys have any commentary, feel free to just speak up and I'll pause it. No big deal. Good?
Well,
All right, here we go.
He's just guilty of everything that we've done.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So funny, too. They get you to plead guilty and then they let you go. What the hell is that? If you're guilty, then incarcerate him, for crying out loud, you know? It's all backwards.
Well, he had served something like 14 years in different embassies being in custody. So they're saying that he had charged whatever he's pleading guilty to, he's now released on time served. But it's the process that
isn't that crazy though?
We sent assassins into the embassy in Ecuador to try to kill him, and they were 15 feet away before they got the stand down order. That's the new intel report. That's what he's referring to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yep. And we've seen them go in and X out people that have caused problems. And Assange got extremely lucky that he's still alive because they totally wanted to Seth Rich his ass. I mean,
they wanted to Epstein him. They wanted to gas the vents and say, oh, the cameras didn't work.
Yeah. Even worse, though, they let the person that gave him the information in the first place transition. And that person is free.
Oh, they let Chelsea Manning become Chelsea. Yeah, they cut Bradley apart.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Let's continue on here because this goes pretty deep, man. He's not playing around in these remarks here. Here we go.
Good.
I did not plead guilty to anything else. I hope my testimony today can serve to highlight the weaknesses of the existing safeguards and to help those whose cases are less visible but who are equally vulnerable. As I emerge from the dungeon of Belmarsh, the truth now seems less discernible, and I regret how much ground has been lost during that time period, how expressing the truth has been undermined, attacked, weakened, and diminished. I see more impunity, more secrecy, more retaliation for telling the truth, and more self-censorship. It is hard not to draw a line from the US government's prosecution of me, its crossing the Rubicon by internationally criminalism, to the chilled climate for freedom of expression that exists now. When I founded WikiLeaks, it was driven by a simple dream: to educate people about how the world works so that, through understanding, we might bring about something better. Having a map of where we are lets us understand where we might go. Knowledge empowers us to hold power to account and to demand justice where there is none. We obtained and published truths about tens of thousands of hidden casualties of war and other unseen horrors, about programs of assassination, rendition, torture, and mass surveillance. We revealed not just when and where these things happened, but frequently the policies, the agreements, and the structures behind them. When we published Collateral Murder, the infamous gun camera footage of a US Apache helicopter crew eagerly blowing to pieces Iraqi journalists and their rescuers, the visual reality of modern warfare shocked the world. But we also used interest in this video to direct people to the classified policies for when the US military could deploy lethal force in Iraq, how many civilians could be killed before gaining higher approval. In fact, 40 years of my potential 175-year sentence was for obtaining and releasing those policies. The practical political vision I was left with after being immersed in the world's dirty wars and secret operations is simple. Let us stop gagging, torturing, and killing each other for a change.
Really?
Get these fundamentals right, and other political, economic, and scientific processes will have space to take care of the rest. WikiLeaks' work was deeply rooted in the principles that this assembly stands for. Our journalism elevated freedom of information and the public's right to know. It found its natural operational home in Europe. I lived in Paris, and we had formal corporate registrations in France and in Iceland. Our journalistic and technical staff was spread throughout Europe. We published to the world from servers based in France, in Germany, and in Norway. But 14 years ago, the United States military arrested one of our alleged whistleblowers, Private First Class Manning, a US intelligence analyst based in Iraq. The US government concurrently launched an investigation against me and my colleagues. The US government illicitly sent planes of agents to Iceland, paid bribes to an informant to steal our legal and journalistic work product, and without formal process, pressured banks and financial services to block our subscriptions and to freeze our accounts. The UK government took part in some of this retribution. It admitted at the European Court of Human Rights that it had unlawfully spied on my UK lawyers during this time. Ultimately, this harassment was legally groundless. President Obama's Justice Department chose not to indict me, recognizing that no crime had been committed. The United States had never before prosecuted a publisher for publishing or obtaining government information. To do so would require a radical and ominous reinterpretation of the US Constitution. In January 2017, Obama also commuted the sentence of Manning, who had been convicted of being one of my sources. However, in February 2017, the landscape changed dramatically.
How dare you
President
tell everybody that I'm a fraud?
Yeah, Obama's not a prosecutor, he's a thug.
Two wolves in MAGA hats, Mike Pompeo, a Kansas congressman and former arms industry executive, as CIA director, and William Barr, a former CIA officer, as US Attorney General. By March 2017, WikiLeaks had exposed the CIA's infiltration of French political parties, its spying on French and German leaders, its spying on the European Central Bank, European Economics Ministries, and its standing orders to spy on French industry as a whole.
Now we know
We
why
revealed
Trump
the CIA's
chose Bill
vast
Barr
production
and
of
Pompeo.
malware and viruses, its subversion of supply chains.
Say again, Tom?
Say now we know why Trump chose Bill Barr and Pompeo for AG and for CIA head, respectively, because each of them were knee deep in this Kane game that Obama was already playing. And so what better way to make them sit on a hot seat and continue their operation, which doesn't allow them to get away from the criminality, makes them continue it and either continue covering it up or expose themselves. And now they've done both.
Yep. That's why they hate Trump. I can't imagine anybody thinking, well, they're trying to make everybody think that he's stupid, but guarantee you every single one of these politicians have been in his office to ask for money or some kind of support or something like that. So he's got their number.
Yeah, when people say like, oh, Trump shouldn't have chosen Pompeo for CIA head after Gina Haspel, like I kind of have to wonder, are they actually bad picks, or is it a strategic pick to pick a guy who you know is already mucked up? Because not only does he kind of know where the bodies are buried, but you can use the guilt you have against him. Because he doesn't, like Pompeo doesn't want to be exposed. So you can have Pompeo get away with killing Epstein, but then you know how he's going to try to do it with Julian Assange to keep him alive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, Trump is not stupid. I'm sorry, but he's just not. He's dumb like a fox, if you will.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. He's basically either exposing them or doing stuff to let them expose themselves.
That's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Let's continue on here.
It's a version of antivirus software, cars, smart TVs, and iPhones. CIA Director Pompeo launched a campaign of retribution. It is now a matter of public record that under Pompeo's explicit direction, the CIA drew up plans to kidnap and to assassinate me within the Ecuadorian embassy in London, and authorized going after my European colleagues, subjecting us to theft, hacking attacks, and the planting of false information. My wife and my infant son were also targeted. A CIA asset was permanently assigned to track my wife, and instructions were given to obtain DNA from my 6-month-old son's nappy. This is the testimony of more than 30 current and former US intelligence officials speaking to the US press, which has been additionally corroborated by records seized in the prosecution brought against some of the CIA agents involved.
Can you imagine that's your
the CIA's
first job
targeting
on the
of myself,
CIA?
my family, and my associates in aggressive
Test somebody's
extrajudicial
diapers?
and
Go collect a
extraterritorial
diaper.
means provides a rare insight into how powerful intelligence organizations engage in transnational repression. Such repressions are not unique. What is unique is that we know so much about this one due to numerous whistleblowers and to judicial investigations in Spain. This assembly is no stranger to extraterritorial abuses by the CIA. Pace's groundbreaking report on CIA renditions in Europe exposed how the CIA operated secret detention centers and conducted unlawful renditions on European soil, violating human rights and international law. In February this year, the alleged source of some of our CIA revelations, former CIA officer Joshua Schulte, was sentenced to 40 years in prison under conditions of extreme isolation. His windows are blacked out, and a white noise machine plays 24 hours a day over his door so that he cannot even shout through it. These conditions are more severe than those found in Guantanamo Bay. But transnational repression is also conducted by abusing legal processes. The lack of effective safeguards against this means that Europe is vulnerable to having its mutual legal assistance and extradition treaties hijacked by foreign powers to go after dissenting voices in Europe. In Michael Pompeo's memoirs, which I read in my prison cell, the former CIA director bragged.
I got it.
The way he was describing how they imprison people and everything like that, isn't that against the 8th Amendment? Cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, this is overseas, isn't it? I think this is he's talking about European prisons at this point, but the CIA is like
still saying that the United States is behind it.
Well, of course, yeah. Well,
so,
I mean,
yeah,
operating outside of the bounds of these borders here, they don't give a damn. They'll torture and do whatever else they need to do to impose their will. And he's outlining here that hey, all of this stuff that you're seeing in Europe that they're doing out in the open, crushing dissenting voices. Yeah, the United States government's been doing that behind the scenes, but guess what? They're not so keen on doing it behind the scenes anymore.
Yeah. Well, now you know why they want to abolish the Constitution. I'm starting to see articles now coming out about, oh, should we start all over again? Should we scrap the Constitution? No.
Yeah, the Constitution is a danger to our democracy now, according to some professors in these colleges. So
and that's why they're trying to erase history as well.
Yep, revision. Just try to revise, change definitions. I mean, you saw what they did with Jimmy Carter on his 100th birthday. They rolled him out, changed the definition of alive, and said happy birthday to a guy who couldn't even close his own mouth. The guy looked like the Crypt Keeper laying in the chair there. And I'm supposed to believe that because you've got him pumped full of God knows what kind of medication to keep his heart beating, that he's like naturally alive. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it.
He's high on Toonsea and baby oil from P. Diddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. I can't even imagine. But he's super excited to vote for Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I saw that headline and I saw that picture and it's like, there's no fucking way he said anything. There's no way that any words came out of that man's mouth.
I want to get Jimmy Carter his own X account. I want to get him an X premium and I want to get him a check mark and I want to get him a profile picture and I want him to start telling us what he really thinks from his deathbed.
I literally think the only thing on his mind is the conversion of oxygen and CO2 because there's really no other process.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, the way he looked, he's probably thinking, "Kill me!"
Oh man, I'm telling you.
At least he could post that. He could let us know. I'm trapped in.
Please let me go. Let my people go. All right, here we go.
About how he pressured the US Attorney General to bring an extradition case against me in response to our publications about the CIA. Indeed, acceding to Pompeo's requests, the US Attorney General reopened the investigation against me that Obama had closed and rearrested Manning, this time as a witness. Manning was held in a prison for over a year, fined $1,000 a day, in a formal attempt to coerce her into providing secret testimony against me.
Well, to him, but
she ended up attempting to take her own life.
And then they turned her into a girl, or tried.
We usually think of attempts to force journalists to testify against their sources. But Manning was now a source being forced to testify
there's
against
the First
their
Amendment
if it was still Bradley Manning,
problem.
He would have been successful.
By December 2017, CIA Director Pompeo had got his way, and the US government issued a warrant to the UK for my extradition. The UK government kept the warrant secret from the public for 2 more years.
Can you imagine if that was
the US
his punishment?
And the new president
From now on, you have to live like a woman.
The political, the legal, and the diplomatic grounds for my arrest. When powerful nations feel entitled to target individuals beyond their borders, those individuals do not stand a chance unless there are strong safeguards in place and a state willing to enforce them. Without this, no individual has a hope of defending themselves against the vast resources that a state aggressor can deploy. If the situation
Yo, has dude been poisoned?
If the situation were not already bad enough,
don't
in
know.
my case,
His
the
health,
U.S. government
he hasn't
asserted
had
a
very good health
dangerous
for a
new
while.
global legal position.
Yeah.
He's getting very RFK Jr.-y.
Yeah, supposedly he had some respiratory problems or whatever the last couple of years in jail. They kept talking about how his health was going down. Jimmy Dore has been keeping a close eye on this too, because he's outraged about how they're treating him, and he realizes that it was American. It's funny. I've watched Jimmy Dore red pill himself throughout these last couple of years. It's amazing.
Yeah, I almost wonder if isn't he married to a former porn star? I wonder if Julian Assange has some kind of like throat disease coming on.
Oh my gosh, Kevin is literally coming in to tell me to go to commercial. I can feel it now. Kevin! What's up, dude? All right. So while we wait for Kevin to hop in here, let's go ahead and run this commercial now because it is 10 o'clock. So if you guys are over on the other platforms, please do me a favor. Head over to pill.net, create yourself an account, and come hang out with us over there. Everybody in this awesome chat room would love to have you. They are super amazing. And plus, you get the rest of the awesome content that we have lined up for you. So with all that being said, yeah, we'll see you here in the next couple minutes. If not, we will see you on Monday for the Motivation Monday edition of the No Prisoners podcast. Guys, if we as a country make it to Christmas time and you're looking for an awesome gift, go pick up one of these glitch strip t-shirts with your boy's logo on it, representing the BDE brigade, and make somebody happy, because these shirts are freaking awesome, man. Everybody who's bought one loves them, and we really thank Rise International for hosting them on their website. More merch coming soon, because we're under I think we're at 30 people away from 1,000 followers over on Pilled, man. What a milestone that's going to be. Anyway, we'll see you at the other end of this one. Let's go.